Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is having a nice day before we begin the video. Please subscribe and give the video a thumbs up. Drew McIntyre left the WWE Royal Rumble last weekend unhappy and hasn't been seen on TV since. Now, an update on his immediate future has emerged, and it's not looking good. The Scottish Warrior entered the 30-man Royal Rumble match at number 17 and lasted nearly half an hour before being eliminated by Damien Priest. After the show, rumor has it that McIntyre was screaming and cursing backstage over someone allegedly trying to get themselves over in the match. The former World Heavyweight Champion reportedly stormed out of Lucas Oil Stadium. It was later revealed that the person in question was LA Knight, who accidentally got in Drew McIntyre's way and disrupted the timing of his elimination. The megastar was said to be performing spots that were not planned for the match. Regardless, LA Knight does not have backstage heat, but his actions have inadvertently affected Drew McIntyre's status with the Stamford-based promotion. The Scottish Warrior missed the Fallout episode of WWE Raw after Royal Rumble. It is widely speculated that he is moving to the SmackDown brand to feud with Damien Priest, a matchup described as a nothing match at WrestleMania 41. According to Insider Elite, McIntyre's status for SmackDown this week is currently up in the air, as sources close to him have stated, anything is possible. The two sides have been in communication, and it's not a case where the bridge is completely burnt to the ground. This comes after Sportskeeda's own Dr. Chris Featherstone learned that McIntyre's frustration had cooled off and things were moving forward between the two parties. Drew McIntyre could target a top Bloodline member on WWE TV soon. Speaking on the Not Some Wrestling podcast, Sam Roberts said Drew McIntyre could target the 2025 Royal Rumble winner, Jey Uso, before the latter goes on to challenge Gunther at WrestleMania 41. What if Jey Uso and Drew McIntyre have a score to settle on the way to WrestleMania? Because we still have a long time before WrestleMania. I think we got plenty of time to tell one Jey Uso story before we really get to the meat of what the Gunther story could be, Sam Roberts said. The Yeet Master is currently considering options for his title shot at the Show of Shows. After confronting Gunther this past Monday night, he will return to SmackDown this week to come face-to-face with undisputed WWE Champion Cody Rhodes. The world of professional wrestling is filled with twists, turns, and unexpected developments. Fans invest years of emotion and passion into the careers of their favorite wrestlers, hoping to see them at the top of the industry, holding championship titles and competing in some of the most iconic matches in the sport's storied history. Drew McIntyre is undoubtedly one of those wrestlers who has captured the imagination of WWE fans around the world. His rise to prominence, his inspiring comeback story, and his undeniable talent have made him one of the most beloved figures in WWE today. However, in recent weeks, a series of reports have emerged that have left fans feeling anxious and disappointed about McIntyre's immediate future within the company. The updates, coming from various credible sources, paint a picture of uncertainty and possible disappointment for the Scottish powerhouse, leaving fans wondering what's next for one of WWE's most hard-hitting and dynamic performers. Drew McIntyre's journey with WWE has been anything but conventional. After initially debuting on the main roster in 2009 as the Chosen One, McIntyre was expected to be a future star of the company. However, his early years in WWE were met with mixed results. Despite his impressive physique and wrestling ability, McIntyre struggled to find his footing and was eventually released by WWE in 2014. While this departure marked the end of his initial run in WWE, it would also set the stage for one of the most remarkable comebacks in wrestling history. Over the next few years, McIntyre honed his skills on the independent circuit and in various international promotions, including TNA, now Impact Wrestling. During his time on the independent scene, McIntyre reinvented himself, becoming a more mature, confident, and skilled performer. His growth as a wrestler and his newfound persona would eventually lead to a return to WWE in 2017. This time as a more seasoned and complete competitor. McIntyre's second WWE run was vastly different from his first. He quickly rose through the ranks, capturing the NXT Championship and establishing himself as one of the brand's top stars. His success on NXT led to his eventual call-up to the main roster, where he immediately made an impact as part of the faction known as the Scottish. It was his journey in 2020 that truly solidified his place in WWE history. After a few years of rising through the ranks, McIntyre captured the WWE Championship at the 2020 Royal Rumble, defeating Brock Lesnar in a match that was seen as a crowning moment for the Scottish superstar. McIntyre's reign as WWE Champion was one of the highlights of the pandemic-era WWE programming. Although fans were unable to attend live events due to the COVID-19 pandemic, McIntyre's presence as champion helped carry the company through a difficult time. He defended his title against top stars, including Randy Orton, Edge, and even Brock Lesnar in rematches. McIntyre was quickly embraced by fans as a true top-tier talent in WWE, and his work inside the ring made him a fan favorite. However, as is often the case in the world of WWE, success can be fleeting. Despite his impressive reign as champion, McIntyre lost the title to Bobby Lashley at WrestleMania 37 in April 2021, and from that moment on, it seemed that his trajectory in WWE would take a different path. While McIntyre remained a prominent figure on WWE television, competing in high-profile matches and appearing regularly on both Raw and SmackDown, it became clear that he was no longer in the title picture. This shift in McIntyre's standing within WWE was met with some disappointment by fans who had grown accustomed to seeing him at the top of the card. Still, many remained hopeful that McIntyre's eventual return to the title picture was only a matter of time. Unfortunately, reports have now emerged that suggest McIntyre's immediate WWE future may not be as bright as many had hoped. According to a number of credible sources, McIntyre's relationship with WWE has become strained in recent months. These reports suggest that McIntyre has been frustrated with his booking and his role within the company, feeling that he has been underutilized despite his talent and history with WWE. Additionally, McIntyre's future with the company appears uncertain due to contract negotiations that have reportedly stalled. While details of these negotiations remain scarce, it is understood that McIntyre is seeking a more prominent position within WWE, both in terms of storyline involvement and compensation. Sources close to the situation have claimed that McIntyre's frustration stems from his perceived lack of significant opportunities in recent months. His absence from top championship feuds, particularly the WWE Championship picture, has reportedly left him feeling sidelined, especially after the success he enjoyed as a top draw for the company in 2020. McIntyre's frustration reportedly reached a boiling point following the 2023 Royal Rumble, where many expected him to have a significant role in the match. Despite being one of the most established names in the industry, McIntyre's role in the Royal Rumble match was minimal, leading to further speculation about his standing within WWE. While McIntyre did not publicly express dissatisfaction with his booking, several sources close to him suggest that the lack of a major storyline for him in the immediate future has created tension between the performer and the company. One of the most concerning aspects of this situation is the stalled contract negotiations. McIntyre's current WWE contract is said to be set to expire in the near future, and reports suggest that both sides have yet to reach an agreement on a new deal. While it's not uncommon for contract talks to take place behind the scenes in WWE, the fact that McIntyre's deal is reportedly nearing its end has caused concern among fans. The idea of McIntyre leaving WWE or potentially testing the waters in other promotions has left many wondering whether his current WWE tenure could be coming to a close. For years, McIntyre has been one of WWE's most reliable and consistent performers. His work ethic, passion for the business, and ability to deliver in high-pressure situations have earned him respect both from fans and his peers. However, as WWE continues to evolve and change its creative direction, some wrestlers find themselves sidelined even after achieving current situation success. Is a reminder that in WWE, even the most accomplished stars are not immune to the unpredictable nature of the industry. It's worth noting that McIntyre has not been the only wrestler in recent years to express dissatisfaction with his booking or to see his career take unexpected turns. The world of professional wrestling is constantly changing, and stars come and go from the top of the card. However, the situation surrounding McIntyre feels particularly significant due to his high profile within WWE and his status as a former WWE champion. McIntyre's current situation raises several important questions. First, what does the future hold for him in WWE? Is his dissatisfaction with his role an indication that he is considering other options outside of WWE? Or is this simply a temporary setback that will be resolved in the coming months? Secondly, if McIntyre were to leave WWE, where would he go? McIntyre is undoubtedly a talent in high demand, and if he were to explore opportunities outside of WWE, he would be welcomed with open arms by other major promotions, including AEW, Impact Wrestling, and others. His experience, in-ring skills, and charisma would make him a valuable asset to any company looking to bolster their roster with a top-tier talent. However, it's important to remember that McIntyre's history with WWE is long and storied. Despite the current uncertainty, McIntyre has been with WWE for a significant portion of his career, and his relationship with the company, both on screen and behind the scenes, has been complex and evolving. WWE has been known to repair relationships with talent who may have expressed frustration in the past, especially when those talents are as valuable as McIntyre. Ultimately, fans of Drew McIntyre will be hoping that the current reports are just a temporary setback, and that McIntyre will soon find himself back in a prominent role within WWE. His talent and work ethic deserve to be showcased at the highest level, and it would be a shame for his career to stagnate due to internal frustrations. Whether McIntyre remains with WWE or seeks new opportunities in the coming months, one thing is clear: his legacy in professional wrestling is already secure. Drew McIntyre has proven time and time again that he is one of the most talented and dedicated performers of his generation. Regardless of what the future holds, McIntyre's contributions to the world of professional wrestling will be remembered for years to come. In the coming weeks and months, fans will be watching closely for any updates on McIntyre's status with WWE. The hope is that the current reports are nothing more than a bump in the road, and that McIntyre will soon find himself back on the path to championship glory. However, as with all things in WWE, the future remains uncertain, and it's difficult to predict what lies ahead for the Scottish Warrior. Whatever happens, Drew McIntyre's journey in WWE has already been one of the most compelling and inspiring stories in recent memory. Whether he continues to add to that story within WWE or embarks on a new chapter elsewhere, fans will be cheering him on every step of the way. The wrestling world is watching, and Drew McIntyre's next move will undoubtedly be one of the most talked about developments in the industry in the years to come. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe to our YouTube channel for more updated news.